Welcome to Easy Email Marketing. I'm your host, Yale Keown, mum, FIFO wife, MBA, coffee lover, survivor superfan, and creator of the email experience. In Easy Email Marketing, you'll benefit from my nearly 20 years experience, where I'll be teaching you all the tips, tricks, and insider info on how to create feel-good, non-spammy experiences for your subscribers. Let's get stuck in. Welcome back to Easy Email Marketing. I'm your host, Yale Keown, and in today's episode, I want to talk about the side of email marketing that everyone seems to forget, and that is what you can send after someone buys from you. With all the promotions we get in our inboxes, it's easy to think about email marketing as only a promotional medium, but that is definitely not the case. In fact, it is one of the best ways you can provide customer service, how you can automate your processes. So yes to less admin, right? And also get that all important repeat business and referrals that we all want. So this applies to all business types. So whether you have an e-commerce business, whether you have a service-based business, or you are a digital creator like with courses or programs, email marketing can really support your customers and your business and save you a lot of headaches after the sale. So for ease of understanding all the potential email marketing for this post-purchase experience, because there is actually quite a lot you can do, I have divided the emails into 4 categories that ideally you would have at least one email set up for each. So the first one is onboarding, the second is delivery, the third is offboarding, and the fourth is winbacks. So let's go through each of these categories, looking at some more specific examples. But obviously, as with anything, there are no rules here. Think about what are some of the questions you get after someone buys from you? What are some of the standard processes and steps you need to go through? And how can you get your email marketing to support that whole process? And I'm going to give you some ideas here, but don't feel limited to these at all. These are really easy to set up because all you need to know is when someone buys. So if you have it with your e-commerce store, ideally you have your email marketing integrated with your e-commerce store, that all of your customers are being added, not just those who tick the box. That doesn't mean that those that you send like your newsletters and promotions out to those who tick the box, but you can still provide your customer service emails because they are related to the transaction. So if that's you, you will identify it that way. For service-based businesses, typically this will be either when they book in with you, their first appointment, and we'll count your discovery calls in this, or it could be from filling out a form, like an application form or an onboarding form, or it could also be triggered by the purchase as well, so a transaction to your Stripe account, for example. And for digital creators, it's the same story, application forms, or at checkout, so via your cart, whether that's a WooCommerce cart or something like Thrive cart or Sam cart. All of these, whichever way you have it connected, as soon as we send a signal through to your email marketing software, now the world's your oyster and we can decide what to do with it. The next layer for that is, of course, knowing specifically what product category, what service they purchased. If you can bring that through, that is ideal too. And that's normally by creating some custom fields and bits and pieces that you can, so you can do some if-else statements, or it could be adding tags, etc. Obviously, we can get really technical with this, or we can start really simple. So if you're brand new to email marketing or brand new to using it to support your post-purchase experience, just start simple. Okay, so let's look at these examples before I go too far around that tech rabbit hole. Okay, so in the first category is onboarding. So this is when someone initially purchases straight away. What is happening? What do you need to do? So, of course, we have our transactional emails, which typically I recommend they get sent out via whatever software is doing the sale, because that is the most reliable. So this is your standard confirmations, etc. But additionally to that, through your email marketing software, it is a great idea to send a simple thank you email, especially for e-commerce. If it's a first purchase, absolutely send a first time thank you email. And you can also have one set up for repeat business as well. And this is just more like a personal message from you saying how you would like to support if they have any questions, and just appreciating that they are supporting you as a small business. Similar to this, if you have a service-based business, you could use this email as an opportunity to set up what to expect when working with you, how it works, what they might need to do to prepare. Then for digital creators, this is definitely about how to get access, how to get support, where they can ask questions, where they should get started, any of those frequently asked questions that you get through. And especially for digital creators, this might be a place where you repeat a lot of information, because if you don't have that one-on-one touch points, then people might have missed it in the first email. So don't feel bad about repeating yourself and having emails focused specifically around that. Okay, so that's the onboarding. That's the initial stage. The second category is delivery. So this is all about customer service, really. So for e-commerce, it includes things like sending automated emails about how to use their products, how to take care of them, how to style them. This could be at an individual product level, it could be at a product category level, or a store-wide level. It could be what happens if you need support. All of those things, putting into a great customer service sequence on the first time they purchase that specific product category or purchase from your store. This is even if you send it out as a nice little note with your packaging, because it provides that extra opportunity for engagement. It shows that you're here to help, and it gives them another way they can look it up rather than, I chucked out that bit of paper. For service-based businesses and for digital creators, doing regular check-ins is really, really powerful. So again, you can automate this. You can say after a few weeks, if you are delivering a program, say, I'm just checking in, how you're going with everything. You can even automate this with service delivery things as well. And of course, if you have bookings, or you have live calls, or you are drip feeding content, we want to be sending out reminders as well via email. Then number 3 category is offboarding. So this is when you have finished working with someone. So this is all about drawing a line in the sand, but also getting feedback and getting reviews. So for product-based businesses, we want to be asking for review requests and say, can you review the product on the website? For services and digital creators, we want to ask for feedback. So this can be in the form of getting them to complete a very simple form and then converting that to testimonials. You could go straight to a testimonial request, but I find a feedback form is more helpful. Then you can go back to them and say, based on what you've said, are you happy to provide this below testimonial? Can you just approve it? Also, it's about saying, well, what happens now? How do I get support now? What is the next step if something comes up? What are the opportunities to continue working with you if I want to? So that means we can, again, draw that line in the sand, because, especially with services, you get that little creeper. People just continually ask questions. But if you're straight at the end saying, here's what happens now. If you want more help, you can buy this one-on-one, or you can join get a retainer, or whatever it is. It could also be, here's some great resources. Maybe you give some extra content that helps them out. And then the 4th category is win-back. So this is all about getting the repeat sale. So we can do upsells and cross-sells, and we can do that actually at any of these stages. You can do that right at the beginning in your first thank you. You can say, I see you didn't get this, and this might help you as well. But also right at the end, when you're offboarding, you'd say, okay, if you want the next step, here's what you can do. The second type is replenishment reminders. So this is if you have a consumable product and you know roughly when they're likely to run out, you can send automated emails saying, hey, you might be running low. Did you want to repurchase? For service-based businesses, this is all about rebooking reminders as well. So this is just saying, okay, if you have regular appointments that you want people going to, I would try to get into your software their last appointment date and a next appointment date, and you see if there's no next appointment and it's been 4 weeks, maybe you send out a reminder email saying, hey, I haven't seen you for a little while. Did you want to rebook? Here's the link. And just reminding people to come back, because we get busy, we forget, and that email can just be that simple reminder to make sure we book that in. And then finally is the legitimate classic win-back email. So this is if they have not purchased from you or not booked in with you for a period of time, 3 months, 6 months, etc. You get to choose what that is. Maybe you check back in and say, is there any other way I can help you? Or we miss you. You could even send out some special offers. And you can actually have multiple win-backs at multiple stages if you want to choose. So as you can see, there are a ton of options for emails that you can send after the sale. And the best news is these are automated. We can set up these processes and get people back time and time again. We can get them feeling happy and supported and providing opportunities for them to engage back with us. And we can get those all important reviews. The world's your oyster. So just have a think about the different things that you like to communicate after the sale, or the questions you get from your customers and clients, and how you can integrate that in these processes. So quick recap, we have your onboarding emails, which can include your transactional emails, your thank yous and things like what to expect, how it works. You have your delivery emails, which is where you start to provide some customer service. You answer some specific questions, you do your check-ins, you do any reminders that need to happen. Then there's offboarding, where you might want to have review requests, ask for feedback, or let them know what support options there are. And then finally, there are your win-backs, which could be upsells and cross-sells, could be replenishment or rebooking reminders, or the classic win-back after a period of time. This post-purchase experience is actually just one of 5 email experiences that I share as part of my 5 email experiences framework. That's the core and the heart of the email experience membership. So doors are opening again soon. If you did want to know about all these ways you can show up and serve your subscribers and customers, make sure to get on the waitlist at yaelkeown.com/experience. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to hear from you about what you've enjoyed from this episode or what you want to know more about in future. Please let me know over on Instagram. I'm at yaelkeown, all one word, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to Easy Email Marketing. It's an absolute honour that you chose to listen. If you love this episode, then it would mean the world to me if you could leave a review so that others can find this podcast and make their email marketing easy too. Finally, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. Until next time, have an awesome day and make sure to keep showing up and serving in those inboxes.